Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyberpunk Red Group The Gang. I know it's been a while, but maybe this week is the week we actually return to a weekly schedule, knock on wood, and all that
Hey.
nonsense. But yeah, if this is your first time tuning in, hello and welcome. I'm ELH, your game master. And in general, we are running a pretty standard game of Cyberpunk Red. We are set in the year 2050, so we're a little bit ahead of where the default setting is, because the default setting is 2045. But it's still the Night City you all know and love. Don't really have much in the way of announcements, so let's just go around and have the players reintroduce themselves, and then we'll do a recap and get things started. So let's start with Celadon to my left.
Hello, I'm Celadon. I am a variety streamer. I like to play games and hang out and have fun. I play Phoenix, our group's netrunner, and I think we finally got rid of my dial-up noises.
Nice. You're next, Napalm.
I had a feeling, but I just like having my name called.
Mm.
Hi, I'm Napalm Showers, also known as Hacks Process. I'm here. That's all I got to say about that. I play Imago, um, resident dropout and doctor. Good combination. Yeah, that's about it there is to me.
Nice, Profess. Right as it's your turn, you just take a big old gulp.
Well, I don't know what the order is. I don't watch the stream.
With you on that one.
Yeah, there you go.
I have more important things to do. I'm Professor Hex. I play Duke, the resident rocker boy and winner of the David Bowie lookalike contest for the last 3 years running. And I recently had a traumatizing run-in with a novelty animal enthusiast.
That's the safest way to put that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something you put on a resume. Like, yeah, I had a.
Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff.
There you go.
Uh,
All right, Food, you're up next, and it's Cal.
Well, food for thought. I play Teflon, the group's fixer. If you like the idea of trying out Cyberpunk Red, hop over to Night City Stories, where you can hop in and out and apply for games in kind of a West Marches style. So for those that aren't sure, it's a great way of getting a taste without having to commit too much.
Hello, everybody. I'm Calevra. I play Judge, the group's solo. And last session, I had a proper laugh watching Imago get burned by a flame-throwing rubber chicken and Duke running around shotgunning poor chickens in what appears to be a psychotic breakdown of sorts. So I'm really excited to see how all this pans out.
Wonderful. All right, well, let's go ahead and do that recap. And what I would say is that the more you make me laugh during the recap, the more group luck you all will start with. So who would like to tackle this one?
Oh, yeah, we know who does it, right? Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it's been a little while since the last session, so I might need a little bit of help as to when we exactly started. Right? Because if I remember correctly, we had brought in the Teflon duplicate, or the kind of wax museum approximation of Teflon into a, let's say, a nondescript storage unit, and through some, let's say, aggressive negotiation tactics, eventually got the trail of this rubber chicken man, the person who had been thoroughly terrorizing, I think is the appropriate word, Duke for the last so many weeks. I think as Judge rightly pointed out, probably a psychotic break, Duke essentially dragged the rest of the team out to deal with this problem, and after a almost nightmarish funhouse kind of encounter with the Rubber Chicken Man. The building was ultimately exploded pretty thoroughly, and the fate of the Rubber Chicken Man is, I think, TBD. Is the state that we're at right now. Imago was set aflame, mildly, I want to say.
Mildly.
Mildly.
That man got turned on by some chicken napalm. Are you kidding me?
I don't
Well,
remember
yeah,
being set on
he's
fire.
still alive. Though.
I
mean,
thought
there's a-
you got set on fire.
No, that was you.
Well,
was
who
you, bud.
didn't? I mean, it was
Kentucky Fried Imago.
right.
Mhm.
It was dark. There were chickens. You know,
Trauma
it
must put me in a
happens.
fuse state.
Yeah. You've been
Speaking
dreaming.
of which, are
This
we
is
gonna
a dreaming
gloss
thing.
over the part where we like trapped a man in a Yuri cave? That was his last like memory, where just surrounded by just like glossy sweat-stained pages. And then we shot him in the back of the friggin' head. You know, are we gonna gloss over that?
We
Oh, we also
attempted
threatened him
to-
with a ramen heater on his nuts.
Yeah, to attempt
There
to
was
melt
that.
his genitals. So
Yeah.
that too. So
I mean, people wanted to like spill blood and cut fingers off. I'm like, no, this is much better.
Much more clean, apparently.
Mm.
But yeah,
Clean
that's a good
burning
recap.
Instant
You guys can
cauterization,
have.
It's fine.
Yeah, there you go. You guys can have 2 luck for that. So I believe you're at a
Hey.
group luck of 3 right now, which is nice. Oh, that is the one thing I did forget to mention. So, players, viewers, there is a new point redeem for Cyberpunk Red. You can give either the players or myself a +1 on their next roll, or in case of the players, a group luck, which they can use as they want. You can do that every 30 minutes. So feel free to reward or punish the players based on your viewing experience.
And
But
don't
today's-
reward the GM. Don't.
I was going to
don't.
say,
Don't
so
The GM doesn't need any
effectively,
more.
We're all screwed now.
that's what I said.
All right. Well,
Time for darkness.
I'm pretty sure the
go.
plus ones are only
Descending.
gonna come into play when Rubber Chicken Man is associated with the +1. I'm sure.
In the
You never
grim
know.
darkness of the Twitch cyber future, there is only war.
oh Lord.
Chickens never change.
There you go. Let's just pile on the memes. But so the way we're gonna start today's session is everybody is in Duke's car. You are traveling east through the combat zones, headed towards what you're hoping is the destination where you will find the subset of the Maelstrom gang known as Fruit Salad.
Fruit Salad.
Now, why they're called Fruit Salad, no one's ever really asked, but let's just say that the group here has some beef with Fruit Salad and might be able to resolve
Ironically
that.
enough.
Yeah.
Beef with fruit salad.
Yuck.
I chose my words
I don't
deliberately.
know. I've just finished
No,
watching MasterChef. I could see it. happening.
Excellent.
All
Maybe
right.
if you add some cheese. Yeah.
Ready to
you
call
go.
somebody an idiot sandwich.
Good.
But before I turn you guys loose and let you roleplay a little bit, the one thing I do need to say is that the one sort of detriment is that Duke's car was damaged by one final act of vengeance from Rubber Chicken Man, which means your windshield is not currently operational. So you all are having bad hair days, to say the least.
I was about to ask what operational meant. You mean not there?
Mhm.
Mm.
That's
But
some
yeah, you guys
turbo
are-
encabulator level language couching.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, you guys are traveling east. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of time to roleplay before I threw something very exciting at you. So go for it.
You know, it's a really good thing California's not a state anymore, because combined with like the windshield and the balloon, there's no way this is gonna pass inspection. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Plus, we'd all be dead from smog inhalation.
Oh yeah.
Well, the red
But,
rain, yeah.
You know, at least there's no rubber chickens in here today.
So, are we? We're just driving down through the combat zone. That we're not being currently tailed or
Pursued?
anything.
Not at the moment.
Okay. All right.
Now, of course,
But I
as you
think-
drive through the combat zone, there are like random firefights you're passing.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I
There's,
mean,
you know, random, you know, little chase scenes where you almost intersect with other people on the run. But it's your standard everyday in Night City. Nothing really super exciting going on unless you consider random firefights and random bodies dropping from overpasses to be exciting.
It's passe at this point.
Yeah, that's nothing. But anyway, look, when are you gonna let me get you another gig, Duke? You know, you rocked out the last time I landed you a gig. It might have been in a bar that wasn't your scene, but you rocked it. When are you gonna let me get you another one?
Well, there's a little bit of. I need to take some time off to do some centering. You know, I've had a bit of a trauma recently, and I'm not sure that any music that I put out is going to be anything greater than angry noise rock at this point.
And yeah, you could do like a rock opera version of the chicken dance.
Sorry,
I was going to
angry.
go for the chicken lament.
Wow.
Yeah, angry noise rock. How is that any different to what you're playing now? I don't get it.
Angstier.
Oh. Thanks. Oh. Pretty sure he's not a
Somebody's-
teenager. It's okay.
Oh, no. Somebody say chicken again. Go ahead. No. Go ahead. Because as far as I can see, the fucking windshield is gone, and my brake is surprisingly responsive. So, who wants to make friends face first with the pavement? Anybody?
Don't get mad at the poultry man.
Just want to throw that out there. I don't wear a seatbelt, not because I want to die, just because I'm spiteful. Because if we crash, like a human bullet, I'm gonna hit every single one of you like a pinball in succession and take you all with me. Just throwing that out there. I mean, you know, I'm cool with rolling with you guys, but if we crash, I'm sharing the love. My skull
I think we'll be fine.
is like 3 inches thick.
Then I can believe.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Oh,
he's been crushing his brain.
it is at this point.
That's why he dropped out. Is that what you're suggesting?
Potentially.
Yeah, I mean,
My brain is a hardwired piece of precision equipment. Size does not matter. How I apply it.
Yeah, couldn't get through college. I mean,
I could get
self-explanatory.
through college. Shit's hard, okay?
No, nobody mentioned size. I mean, you mentioned size. Nobody mentioned size.
Are you compensating, Imago?
Yeah.
All he said was it's crushing it because your skull's so thick.
Yeah, like putting rubber bands around a watermelon.
I mean, he said you're crushing it. Take the compliment.
Yeah, you're crushing it.
damn.
This is a pain unlike any other.
Speaking of pain like any other, I'm actually going to preemptively put us on this map so that everybody can see what's going on. Oop, let me fix cameras here. There we go. So you guys are currently on a overpass going over a 4-lane highway. This overpass is also 4-laned. There's not really any cars on the road with you. It's probably about not quite the twilight hours, but it's definitely getting to the point where the street lights are kicking on, where the sun is not giving you a whole lot of ambient light. And before I go any further, let's figure out where everybody is in the car. So I sort of put you all in what I thought would be the correct order. Obviously, Duke's at the wheel. If memory serves, Teflon was shotgun. And then Imago, Phoenix, and Judge were in the back. Is that correct?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Whatever gives me
Then-
the best shooting advantage,
Okay.
Well, that would be on top of the car.
which
Yeah.
will happen, likely.
So in this case, I'm going to say that both Duke and Judge, Duke because you're driving and Judge because you are the solo, I want you guys to roll a perception check here. And it's going to be a complementary skill check where as long as it's going to be one of those things where one of you is going to roll to assist. And if you succeed, whoever does the actual roll will get a +1.
Can I add my combat awareness to that roll?
You may
Threat
certainly do
detection?
so. Yeah, definitely
Then
can add that.
Then I think that I would be helping then.
Okay. So yeah, just
Right.
and yeah, you definitely help with the 19. All right, and with that +1, the DV was a 16. So with that,
Yeah.
Nice.
I think
Didn't add-
I think you end up passing.
did.
Yeah, it didn't add your modifiers. Now that I look
Or
at it,
did
that's
it?
weird.
I think it did. It's
Huh.
+5 +5 plus. No, it's weird. Yeah, and never mind. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it
16.
still passes
Yeah,
either
either
way.
way.
So Duke and Judge, you notice it in different ways, but sort of Duke, you readjust your rear view mirror and you see that there are 4 dirt bikes, like standard road bikes, that are traveling in a group and are gaining on you rapidly. Either to overtake or surround you, you don't know, but they are approaching at a rapid rate. And Judge, you also notice this in your own way.
Well,
Fucking hell.
I get ready to act. I'll move 1 point to initiative reaction and 3 points to spot weakness to deal more damage as I cock my assault rifle and say, "We've got company."
Ready?
Yeah, who is it now? The Foam Turkey Squad?
You said it, not me.
So as
I take aim at one of them.
Yeah, as you take aim, as you all get ready, the bikes get a little bit closer, and you can actually see the individuals on said bikes. To say that it's almost a dead ringer for Maelstrom is kind of a little bit of a stereotype, but it's very easy to tell based on the amount of chrome that these people are displaying, the amount of cyberware that they're displaying. It's pretty much either Maelstrom or Cyber Psychos to be. You know, there is not really an in-between. But I did want to give you guys one opportunity to do something before we do enter into initiative order proper here.
Okay.
I mean, are they clearly hostile against us, or are they just passing? I mean, are they looking at the car?
They're
stuff
definitely
like that?
looking at the car, but they aren't like brandishing weapons. They aren't like making menacing moves. They're just gaining on you rapidly.
Hit the brakes.
That was my thought. Yeah.
Do we recognize any of them?
No, you do not recognize any of these gangers, unfortunately. So they are not fruit salad.
I can just open up with a grenade, just saying the last one that I got.
Jack the Hammer isn't in this group either.
Mhm.
I'm taking it.
Correct.
Okay, what I'd like to do, having noticed these guys gaining on us,
Mhm.
I'd like to, as Judge suggested, to slam on the brakes,
Mhm.
so that they either shoot past me or maybe have a little bit of a. Are we supposed to
Fumble.
say crash or accident? We'll say accident.
Mhm. All right. Well, if I know my maneuvers correctly, I believe that will count as an emergency stop. So that's going to be your control skill, your driving skill. Your DV on this is a 13.
13 DV. All right. Drive land vehicle. Okay.
And you just
Nice.
barely pass it with a 14. So you slam on the brakes, and almost like a classic brake check, 2 of the nomads are able to swerve out of the way and come alongside of you in the front. And they kind of like flip you off and shout angrily at you as they do so. The 2 in the middle, though, I actually do have to roll for. So that one eats it. All right, so what happens is the 2 that are sort of lagging behind the other 2, they're not able to move out of the way in time, and their bikes are going to slam into the rear end of your car, Duke.
Oh, crap.
Which
Whee!
is a problem for them, also a problem for your vehicle.
And a problem for us.
Yeah, because that does count as a whiplash.
It
So-
does 66 damage and counts as whiplash for us all.
Mm-hmm. So, Duke's... Let's see, Duke, since you were the one to do this maneuver, why don't you roll the 66 here?
Okay.
Ugh.
Let's see.
We get to reduce that by somehow, like body or something.
We only get the critical injury. We don't take the 66.
Only the gangers take the damage.
Yeah, only the
'cause we're
gangers are
inside
taking it.
the car where we don't take the 66.
Oh, we do
correct.
get the crit. Yeah. It's okay.
We
So
get the crit.
66. There we go.
Wow.
God, you rolled
That
max
is
damage.
actually almost max. Yeah, that is impressive.
Another crit, by the way.
Ooh.
That's a crit. Yeah. So
Yeah,
now we
critical
get
injury.
to take a critical. Yeah, we all get to take critical injuries now.
No. We get whiplash. They get the 66 damage plus a critical
Oh,
injury.
plus the critical
because-
injury.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right, right,
And
right,
they
right,
get
So
right.
whiplash as well.
So
Yep.
Excellent.
it's -5 from the whiplash, -5 from the critical injury, plus 25. So that's 30 damage total.
Mhm.
35.
And 2 critical injuries, whiplash and something new that I
So
guess.
they're paced.
They are. Let's see how paced they are, though. Go ahead and roll me another 2d6, and I'll flavor appropriately. All right, a 5. So as the two bikes fail to stop in time, and as they try their best to swerve out of the way, they slam into the back of your car, and your car is going to take the 25 damage, because, again, two vehicles impacting, there's some damage there. But
Sure.
the gangers themselves are going to not only come flying up over the hood, slamming down onto, or over the roof and then slamming down onto the hood, but they do so in a way that causes their, both their head and their chest to cave in. It's actually a fairly gruesome affair where it's not quite a concussion, but something beyond a concussion as to how hard they go flying. And if that wasn't bad enough for them, because unless you come to a full stop, you are just sort of then rolling them over, running them over, making them some fine paste in the background.
Good. Great.
And it is at this
Of
point
course.
that we will enter into initiative order proper here.
Okay. So
Nasty.
since we all have whiplash, the death save penalty gets up by 1, right?
Mhm.
Ow, my brain.
So Imago is out of the car, right? He's been launched into the next zone.
Sorry, do we get 5 points to hit point damage because of the whiplash, or?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe you do, yes.
Mhm.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Where's the initiative button again? What page is it on?
Combat.
Combat.
Oh,
There
there
we
it
go.
is.
And if you select your template, if you
Oh, I should
select,
have done that.
All right, let's see.
it
So Duke,
populates it for you.
what did Duke get? Duke got a... Did you
Duke
roll,
did
Duke?
not-
I'm not seeing you
Duke
unless
did
I'm
not roll
blind.
initiative yet.
Okay.
Well, I clicked it, but I wasn't clicked on my token, so I'll just do it again.
Hmm.
Yada, yada,
Well, the roll
there
didn't
we go.
even show up.
Oh, there you go. 7. All right, so...
Okay.
Ganger got that and that, so... Actually, they rolled really well. All right, so that's going to be an 18 and a 19. Nice.
ELH.
Yo.
So you said that the car was already damaged from the despicable, dastardly Fultoning.
Mhm.
How damaged was it?
I would say that you're at half health right now with your car, so you're at where you
Well-
should be.
If that was the case, then I took half of the health of the car again, so the car is gone.
No. Like, after accounting for this most recent damage, you should be at half.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to go and start this combat off. So the Nomad to your right, on the right side of the car, is going to, or not the Nomad, the Ganger, is going to sort of reach into their armor jack pocket, pull out an SMG, and spray it in your general direction. So it looks like this macro isn't doing what it should, so I might have to do damage manually, but let's see what happens. Pretty sure a 12 does not hit you, so what happens is they sort of just almost blind fire back in your direction, and the bullets whiz over the car. You hear them a lot more poignantly because of the missing windshield, but misses you completely. No one is harmed. Which now makes it Judge's turn.
Well, the car has reached stop, so I immediately exit the vehicle and take cover behind it. I guess.
Oh, I
there,
thought we
or-
were still
Yeah, I
driving.
thought we were still
Yeah, you're
going.
still moving.
Oh, we're still moving. Okay.
Yeah,
I
We
just-
did not stop. We're
Pumped the brake.
yeah,
Okay,
he
that's
just
the
like, did
case.
a brake check and then kept going.
I just
Yeah.
lean out the window, and we'll take one shot at the Nomad D who just sprayed against us.
Alrighty.
I mean, you can still step out of the car while it's moving, like a Bollywood movie.
No,
Right.
I just kind of half-bodied lean out and just take a shot.
Yeah, go for it.
I press the button. Is something happening?
Doesn't look. Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
Yes.
Nice. And that is an assault
17.
rifle, correct?
That is an assault rifle.
That,
is a hit,
I
think.
believe is exactly what you need. Yep. 17 is
So-
what the DV is.
So it's missed.
Damage.
Oh,
miss.
right, because you got to beat the DV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need an 18 or higher.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
defender always wins.
I'm 10 meters. Isn't that like a 16 with an assault rifle?
Oh, if you're 10 meters, then yes, it's a 16. And yes, you are correct. You do hit. Never mind. So 19 damage. You weren't aiming for anything in particular, so that hits them in the body.
Yes.
All right. So you fire off a single shot with your Ronin, and it impacts the ganger in the back. And it's almost like you can hear and see the wind being knocked out of them. But
Oh.
in general, they are still able to keep control of their vehicle. But you do notice that their arm carrying the SMG is swaying significantly. So you did a healthy chunk of damage there. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I can't move. So, well, actually, yeah, I'm just gonna go back into cover, if possible,
Sure.
the cover that the vehicle provides, and just tap Dukes on the shoulder and go like, step on it.
What do you think I'm doing?
Ram them.
I already did.
Well,
You're doing great, buddy.
the Ganger Nomad A, I should probably just change their names. I put them in as Nomads initially, but anyways, so Ganger A is going to produce his own weapon. This is a sawed-off shotgun, and let's see how he does with his shotgun blast here. I think that actually hits. Let me check. Yes, indeed, it does hit. They needed a 15 or higher. So the good news is that while the Ganger did manage to land a hit, it didn't hit Duke, Teflon, Phoenix, Judge, or Imago. But that's the bad news, is that your car, Duke, is going to be taking 17 damage. Now, the if I remember correctly, you don't ablate that by anything. So yeah, your car gets, the grill of it gets almost filled with pellets of lead as a result of this. And the engine block is beginning to smoke. The car is becoming more and more difficult to control. And what I'm going to say is that this will impose a, let's call it a -2 penalty to any future control rolls because of how badly it's injured.
Okay.
But yeah, that is the entire Ganger's turn. Teflon, what would you like to do?
I'm going to put 2 shots from my heavy pistol into this one down here.
Alrighty, aiming for the one that Judge shot earlier. Alrighty.
Absolutely. Which is good because it also means I only need to beat a 13.
Mhm. 15 and a 14, exactly what you need.
Excellent.
Oh, and I believe, no, not a crit, but it is almost max damage. So, how would you like to flavor this Ganger going down? I'll give you the option here.
I think, obviously he's been rattled quite badly from an assault rifle shot in the back. And as his SMG arm is sort of wobbling, it kind of wobbles and just opens up the space for his ribs, which allows the 2 shots to crunch into the side of his ribs, knocking the wind out of him completely. And as he kind of gasps and falls away, the rear wheel kicks out on his bike and his bike spins out and he goes tumbling in one direction as the bike goes in the other.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, as the bike sort of falls by the wayside, it's easy enough to avoid, but yeah, that Ganger is pretty much dead at this point. Cool. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Teflon?
No, because I've not really a lot else I can do.
Alright, fair enough. Phoenix, what would you like to do on your turn?
So I can technically have a clear shot to the other ganger in the front, right?
Correct.
Through the non-existent front windshield.
That, or you could go through the sunroof. One of the two.
We all know how well that worked out last time.
Technically,
Don't
this
shoot the
car
driver,
doesn't
though.
have a sunroof.
Oh, maybe you could make a sunroof. I'm not going to limit you.
Technically.
Yeah, I mean, it's the top is fabric, right? So you could
With that attitude.
cut through it.
I mean, that's fair. No, I'll aim my heavy pistol at the guy and see what we can finagle here.
Alrighty. And I believe your DV is a 15 or higher, so let's see what you get here. All right, so a miss and then a hit. Go ahead and roll me some damage. Nice. Is that a crit? Not
No.
quite. All right, so you are able to ping a shot and hit this guy in the back. He shouts something in a language that surprisingly none of you know, unless any of you actually know German, or not German, Russian. Do any of you actually know Russian?
I do know Russian.
Okay, then what he shouts back is the equivalent
Zuka.
of he shouts back the equivalent of you will be paying in hell for this. Fruit salad has made very clear you are to die. Something along those lines.
That's a lot for a short amount of time.
Listen, he just got shot. He feels like going on a monologue. That
Sure, yeah, why not?
you know.
Yeah, exactly. Why
Absolutely.
not?
Now's the time to do it.
But yeah, Phoenix. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm good.
All right, we go to Imago then. Imago, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop out like a mole and just straight up take 2 pot shots at him
Okay.
because I feel like it's the right thing to do. Let's just go
might
ahead
be.
and 1 and
That hits.
2.
That fails.
Close enough.
All right, so what I'm going to say then is your bullet's effectiveness actually isn't all that great. You are able to, of course, hit the guy, but even just looking at him, you can tell that most of the damage was absorbed by the armor jack. And then, yeah, unless you have anything else, I believe it is now Duke's
No,
turn.
I'm popping back in. I'm not taking a bullet.
Okay, so the car is not in great condition. I think
No.
that's clear. So it's not going to survive another collision of any kind.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No.
No, it definitely isn't.
It definitely is not.
definitely is
and
not.
therefore we
My
won't
brain already
survive.
hurts.
Just go for it. Just go for it. Knock
The
him off
math
the
is
road.
not on our side right now.
We will not survive because if the car doesn't, we also take the 66
Yeah.
damage.
Remember, our route was being foolish, stupid, and awesome. Just go
Well,
for it.
you know, I mean, if we could just, take a TPK and start all over again, why not?
I
mean,
very
that's-
much enjoy being alive. Okay.
So I
Not
think
gonna
what
lie.
I'll do.
Pick
Sorry,
one.
go ahead.
All I was going to say is that if you do TPK, I actually do have a thing for it, but it would just be funny if you did.
We wake up in rubber chicken hell.
Yeah, just to avoid that, I'm gonna live, and I think what I'll do is try to keep speed. I mean, I'll try to match speed with the bike, right, and then try to maneuver into the next lane. I'm gonna cross over the double line and move into the next lane. Put a little bit of
Distance.
distance between us and the car,
Okay.
the bike. Sorry.
So I guess my question then is, how far do you want to move specifically? Do you want to move to, say, here, or maybe closer to the double line?
Just the closest lane to the double line, so that
Okay,
I'm just
so
moving
here.
one lane over.
All right, so right about
Yeah,
there.
I want to keep actually closer than that. I want to keep
closer than that. Okay.
put the left end tires on the rightmost line. Does that make sense?
So right about there then.
Can you fall back a bit?
Yeah, that's good. That's good right there, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know the token's a little wonky, but we'll make do.
Well, it's just the grid and everything. But yeah, that's yeah. Basically, the left hand tires are just touching the right-hand double line.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the good news is because your driving skill is significantly high enough, that's just not even a maneuver. It's just regular basic driving, so you don't actually have to make a roll for it.
I will flick the turn signal and drift over into the next lane.
Nice.
Well, at least you're polite about it.
Oh yeah, you don't have to be an ass. It's safety first, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, top of the initiative order. I believe, Judge, it is your go.
Right, so given that I'm on the right side, it's kind of a difficult angle to hit the dude. So what I'm gonna do is basically just gonna sit on the window, hold with one hand, and with the other kind of use the roof as a little bit of a stabilizer with my assault rifle and attempt to fire at the gentleman 10 meters away. And I
All right.
think that is a crit. Nice.
That is indeed a crit. Nice. That is a 31. You definitely hit him.
C damage.
And that is enough to bring him down. So, how would you like to describe this nomad or this ganger going down?
I think I actually hit the bike. At this point, can it be that I ignite the fuel and it just crashes into the side barriers and drops on the underpass, engulfed in flames?
Yeah, so as it tumbles over the barrier, it drops down to the streets below, and you hear and see a explosion as you continue to drive on. But yeah,
Whoop, whoop.
you guys
And I sit back down.
You guys are now out of combat. So let me...
Christ alive.
Well, that was fun.
They were definitely trying to kill us, right?
They were. I think it's time I really had some very stern words with Cherry.
All right. Do we have time before that to get some maintenance done? I'm not sure old Goldie here is going to make it.
Have you got... I'm never sure on vehicle repair. It takes quite some time, as I recall.
Yeah, I'm not a car doctor, but looks like we're gonna need more than a couple hours to make this thing not look like this.
Yeah. If this thing takes another hit, we're all going up in a giant fireball, much like the one we just saw.
And the car might just stop and we can get out.
I think, given our luck, I think the car will just detonate.
That is unfortunate.
You know, there's old school like fuel in here, right? This isn't hydrogen cells. This is proper explodey liquid.
All of a sudden, I feel remarkably less safe. We should probably pull over for a second.
So, one thing I would just say here is I wasn't able to find a concrete answer on this one way or another, but supposedly even such an antique car as this might actually be able to drive itself. Because we do see that in 2077, that the cars do drive themselves. So I'll let it be your call whether or not you have that feature on this car.
I think that Duke being a kind of a retro throwback to begin with, I don't think he would have installed that system on this car. I think this is very much manual, old school stuff.
All right. It looks like the chat is going to give you guys either a luck or going to give me a luck. Let's see. So heads will be 1, tails will be 2. It looks like I get a plus, or no. You guys get the group luck for tails. So you're at 4 group luck. Nice.
Nice.
Woohoo.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Power to the people.
We
I
must
think
remember
I'd
to
like
use
to-
the group lock.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about it. I wanna pull off. It seems like we're on a ramp, like a highway overpass or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to turn off and park in like a disused parking lot or like an alleyway or something,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of out of general sight.
I'm just switching us over to the map here so I can sort of show you where you would be at this point. So, from what you remember, at least if I remember correctly, fruit salad is somewhere in Little China, and you all are sort of on the edge of Old Japantown and Little China. So, if I were to draw just a quick little box, your car would be dropped off right there at the little green box.
Okay.
And how far away is fruit salad? Is it walking distance? Are we?
It's walking
Yeah.
distance for sure. Now, I am, of course, going to maybe roll a random encounter here just to see if there's anything special that pops up during your trip, but it is definitely walkable.
Okay.
I'm down for a stealthy approach.
Well, I'll drive in. I'll park the car. It's still smoking from the grill and everything, and I'll put my arm around the seat and turn around and address everyone. All right, I can stay here and try to get this thing working again, and you guys can go, toss your salad, whatever you like,
I didn't like that.
or
I mean,
we can all go, and this thing can possibly get stolen.
Wouldn't be the first time. I'm just throwing that out there.
Have you seen this?
Have I not had enough stress, embarrassment, violence done against me this week that you have
No.
to keep piling on to me?
I was in that hell with you. Don't forget that. When everybody else was doing their own thing, I was with you. Never forget that.
You dragged us into it. I mean, you get what you deserve. It's fine.
Imago, I don't think I can forget it. The stench of your burning flesh and clothes is still in my nostrils.
For the briefest of moments, I thought we were going to share a moment of kinship, and then you just crush it right in front of me. That hurts, man. That hurts
Oh,
almost like
well.
the flames did.
Well, it's rock and roll. What can I say? We're not all about, lovey-dovey. friendship.
Bowie didn't do it alone.
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. It's rock and roll. Yeah, you take the good with the bad. We're just going to keep piling the bad on you until you actually achieve something good.
Any of you got a bus pass? Anybody?
wow.
Well, it's not like this can drive
Not
any
like we're
further.
going
So
anywhere
it's
with
not like
this,
we're going
is it?
anywhere. Not in a good position to play that card, mister.
Duke is gonna get out of the car and just walk away.
Okay.
Well,
So
that solves
as-
that problem.
Be careful out there.
Because I find it funny.
He will then finger up as he's walking, taking a smoke.
Because I find it funny, once everybody is out of the car, whoever's the last out, you sort of shut the door maybe a little bit forcefully. And then, as you probably were expecting, the car Fultons itself. And just, rubber chicken balloon and all, begins to drift off into the sky.
There it goes again.
To the rescue.
Bye-bye, car.
We should make it a rule to check the
Bye-bye.
car before we get in it. What if that had activated while we were on the road? Could have fucking died.
Oh, man. Impromptu blimp. I like it.
Speaking of, we could have fucking died. We gonna head over to the fucking, I don't know, the Wiggles. They're colorful fruit salad and shit. I don't remember.
Giggles. Oh.
What the
Fruit
fuck is
salad,
the
I think.
Wiggles?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's vaguely British.
Fruit salad, the Wiggles, it's all the same, right?
The Wiggles is Australian, but yeah.
Are
it's
they
fine.
really?
Yeah.
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 My whole childhood was a lie.
Why not just
Yeah.
call him Bebo at this point? It's fine.
Now we're waiting
Always
for him
been-
to pull out the Mr. Blobby reference. Oh,
my
Mr.
God.
Blobby.
Oh, Mr. Blobby.
I always knew there was something penal colony about the Wiggles.
Nice. Nice. All right, well, let me roll your random encounter and see what you get here. I'm going to roll it in real life because the stream sees when I roll my GM roll, so I'm going to roll it in real life, and we're going to see what I get here.
Mm.
All right, so it's a D100. I need these 2 dice. Survey says... that's actually fairly interesting. All right, so you all are walking down the street between Japantown and Little China. And the difference between the combat zones is, as what you might expect by the names, is the sort of style of things that are around you. So in Japantown, you had maybe, obviously, the kanji, and I forget the actual name of the characters, but it's a little bit more curved. It's a little bit more elegant.
It's all hiragana and kanji, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hiragana and katakana. And then there's the
Katakana, maybe
kanji.
that's what it is. Yeah.
The katakana is used for like names and things, and then the kanji is used for like the bulk of it.
Words.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep.
But in general, you pretty much are in Pondsmith's favorite part of Night City, because we all know he's a weeb, and that's not a bad thing. But you're seeing various bits of Japanese outlets. You're seeing, I think they're called geishas. I forget how to say it correctly, but geishas. There we go. You're seeing
exotics. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing some geishas walking about. You're seeing that. Actually, the comparison to Japantown in, say, New York City of today's world, or even in a major city where you kind of have that Asian locale, you're getting the general feel in Japantown that, you definitely stick out like a sore thumb, but nobody's going to make an issue of it. That attitude changes when you enter into Little China. Little China is a little bit more dirty, a little bit more, shall we say, rough around the edges. The buildings look to be a little bit more dilapidated. The people a little bit more rough and a little bit less trusting. You can definitely see a few people reaching for guns as you approach, but at the last minute decide not to start a firefight. And in general, you pass by multitudes of burned out restaurants, multitudes of what probably were fronts for the triads. In general, it's almost the worst combat zone in Night City, from what I understand. But one positive thing that you notice is that as you're walking along, you seem to be approaching a group from behind. There's 2 individuals. There is one individual with a big old keytar on their back, and the other one is noticeably wearing a heavy armor jack and has an assault rifle in their hands, not pointing at anything, but ready to be used if necessary. Now, the individual with the keytar, they actually look not like a David Bowie knockoff, not that that's a bad thing, but they look more like a Queen knockoff. So almost like, what is his actual name?
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury, like, has that sort of short cropped hair, the prominent mustache, and in general looks to be sort of singing to himself, as what you would assume his bodyguard just casually glances back at you all now and again, but doesn't seem to make an issue of it.
Let me be very clear. If Duke decides to try and do an under pressure duo, I am going to shoot him.
I can't have any fun. I can't have any fun.
This is why we can't have nice things.
The worst Queen and the worst David Bowie song ever.
Incorrect. The worst David Bowie song is arguably off of one of the Tin Machine records.
Oh.
In any event, I guess my question is, do you wish to confront the individuals? Do you just want to stay behind them? Because right now, I mean, if you just keep walking, they'll just sort of eventually turn off and leave you be. But I did want to throw it as an option if you wanted to go say hello.
Look, if you want to go and do a duo gig, go for it.
Well, now I don't want to.
Oh. But they look like your type, dude.
I'm going to take my red peppers and cocaine and go home. Well, I don't see any reason to bother them. I mean, we got our own thing going on, so,
I mean,
okay.
Fair.
All right.
I still say they look like your type, though.
Sure, but I'm a little bummed from the car
Poor
disappearing,
car.
so I'm not really
Bye,
in
car.
a social mood.
So, Duke, I would like you to roll me a d10, please.
Okay, yeah.
And this is going to represent how they react. A 3. Interesting. So I think what happens is you guys continue onward, like minding your own business, not expecting to talk to this group. But with a 3, what actually happens is at one point the bodyguard sort of taps the shoulder of the rocker boy and leans in and whispers something, and then the rocker boy sort of stops in his tracks, turns around, and as he looks at the group of you, he actually gets a very large, very prominent, toothy smile, and he says, "Hey, hello, I see that you must be a man of a musical persuasion. Hello, please, if you've got a moment, I'd like to discuss something."
Of course. What is it that you'd like to discuss with my client?
Ah, I can see you already have a manager with you. Well, that answers one question.
He's not my
my
manager.
He is now.
I was going to say, too slow. I'm
But,
always looking for new talent. Well, tell me about yourself.
Well, my name is Quicksilver. I'm actually doing a gig down the street, and truth be told, my other bandmates decided to tell me to go fuck myself, so it's going to be a solo act, which, truth be told, I mean, I'm a pretty good solo act, but in general, I don't do well on my own. So I thought
That's probably-
maybe if I paid you right, you might be able to, I don't know, do a duet with me.
There's probably a reason for that, Teflon.
I'm sure. What do you say? Pay rates? I mean, what did you have in mind?
Well, the gig's gonna pay me 1,000 ebb. I'm willing to split that with you, of costs for bodyguards, of course.
Oh, of course. And I mean, obviously, our man here has more bodyguards than you do, so those costs obviously swing in our favor.
Go ahead and roll me. Trying to think if I should make this part of your hustle roll, or if I should make this just a standard business or a conversation.
Surely it's haggle. I'm currently.
Yeah,
haggling
let's
with
do
you.
a haggle here. I think a haggle is sufficient here. And with a crit, very nice. That is 36. That is impressive. With a 36, the rocker boy Quicksilver just sort of nods very acceptingly and goes, "Yeah, you know what? That's a fair argument. I mean, we're in a combat zone. I'll take all the help I can get. How about we say 70-30 your favor?"
Sounds good to me. Happy
It's
with that.
it's the terror of knowing what this world is about.
Oh,
This is why we can't have nice things.
oh, absolutely. And with that, I will shake on it. I'm actually going to only take 100 out of that for myself and give the rest to Duke.
Okay. So, Duke, you get 600 ebb for your troubles.
Well, we're gonna need it to fix the car.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Oh,
interestingly...
sorry.
go
Do the
ahead.
bodyguards not get a single cent of this? Like, what kind of shady deal is this shit?
That's up to That's up to the person who's hired you, the rocker boy. I've just taken my manager's cut.
I don't know, Duke, do you spread the love?
Put it in the car. It's fine.
Put it in the car.
I get
Put it in the
shotgun though.
car. Yeah, fuck them. And put it in
When
the
we
car.
find the car, that is.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, with the deal made, you guys join as sort of a group with Quicksilver and his bodyguard, and you continue onwards through Little China. And eventually, Quicksilver comes to a stop out front of a parking structure, which, if you were to check your map, or at least the location you were given from your quote-unquote friend from earlier, the one that told you about the rubber chicken man and fruit salad, what you would know is that Quicksilver apparently is here to play for the Maelstrom gang.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, that's just convenient.
And
Does
let me
the
actually-
bodyguard that Quicksilver's carrying around, does he look like he knows his shit, or is it just just the standard muscle.
Let's just say that this is the... trying to figure out a way to say this. This is the equivalent of not a total fresh newbie picking up an assault rifle and looking tough, but it's definitely something where he's not up to your caliber.
So what you're telling me is we're going to go in, they're going to start setting up to sting something, and then all of a sudden it's going to break out in Ballroom Blitz where we're trying to take down Fruit Salad.
I kind of hug the newbie and tell him, take it from
I was
experience.
thinking more along the lines of strangers fighting on a dance floor.
Oh.
Apples and oranges.
Yeah, really.
Hate it.
Hate it.
I mean, both are a solid choice. Let's be fair here. But yeah, the parking structure in general, now that I've switched over maps. So the parking structure is only a 2-story affair. In general, you're seeing burned out cars inside. There are a few that look like somebody's been working on them. They look like they're meant for sort of the outskirts of Night City, so a little bit more rusted, a little bit more spikes everywhere. But in general, the parking structure only holds per level about 10 to 15 cars, so it's actually a fairly small garage, all things considered. But prominently, which you would see just sort of peeking your head in and looking around, you would see that there is a very large, almost APC that is sort of not parked, but is angled such that it has an easy exit out onto the street. And sort of milling around the APC are unmistakably the members of Fruit Salad: cherry, banana, grapefruit, and orange. And for the moment, it doesn't seem that they've noticed you, or if they have, they don't care.
Excellent.
Judge, you were saying something to the newbie, or the slightly green one.
Oh, yeah,
Nice,
yeah.
Freddie Mercury.
I was basically telling him, if shit hits the fan, take it from experience. You just got to dive in and go in head first.
I mean,
Wow.
flying
Yeah,
headbutts work, but
The least vital part.
they
the
tend
head.
to leave you lying on the ground
The
afterwards.
least vital part, the head.
Unless you're Imago, because obviously he's got a 3-inch thick skull crushing his
I mean,
brain.
We've
I'm
established
gonna
that.
survive a bullet to the head while all of you are gonna bleed out. Remember that.
Well, I won't, because I'll be dead.
Good point.
I think I'm going to stride on up and try and face down Cherry and the fruit salad to at least let the gig happen before the confrontation.
Okay.
Okay, that's valid.
Valid.
we got
Valid.
a thing going on. Just give us like 15 minutes.
So, how far do you approach? I mean, I think if Cherry notices you approaching Teflon, Cherry would probably go right about there, so in between one of the cars and the APC. So I guess the question is, where do you move to?
I think I will move to here so that I know that I can get back behind a car as well for cover.
All right. So as you approach, Cherry does take notice of you and steps forward. And as a reminder, Cherry is almost full Borg. Really, the only human thing remaining of them is part of their face, the left side of their face. It's almost like Two-Face from Batman, where one side is purely mechanical and the other side is, obviously human. But as they approach, they say in a modulated voice, which is new because before they didn't have the modulated voice. But as they approach, they simply say,
"Yeah, look what the cat dragged in. I was wondering if you'd stop by."
Good. Well, nice to see you had some work done on those vocal cords. Not sure it's an improvement, but at least you're understandable now. I suggest
Yeah,
you
go fuck yourself.
I suggest you back the fuck down. Let our boys here do their gig, and you and me can have our conversations afterwards. Let's not make things bad for the rest of the people.
go ahead and do your face down, which, if I remember the rules correctly, is pretty much a 1d10 plus your reputation.
1d10 plus my reputation.
Isn't it plus cool as well?
No. face down is literally D10 plus rep. Oh no, it is plus cool. Yeah, there's a face down button anyway.
Ah, there we go. And
And
for dramatic,
I would like to spend 2 points of luck on this. So there will be a +2 modifier on this because you can't actually
Your
add
luck
a
or the group
modifier.
luck?
I was spending my own luck,
okay.
Right.
unless people want me to use the group luck. I mean,
For now, let's hang on to it just in case.
but I'm thinking the 4 group luck we keep for perhaps later.
Okay.
The bigger situations.
All right. An 18.
20.
Oh, 20 because of the modifiers. So let's see. So they have a total mod plus their cool. I believe they have a 10. So I think they have to crit here in order to beat you,
Yeah.
which they do not. So Cherry, sort of the human side of her face does sort of narrow, her eyes narrow a little bit. She sort of starts to wear a scowl and says,
All right, fine. Don't want to deprive the boys of a good time. We'll let your rocker boys play, but soon as the show's over, I think you and I need to settle something.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're gonna run like the scaredy cat you always are. Move along.
and with that, I think we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute break. So yeah, we'll be back shortly. Stick around. All right, welcome back, everybody. And before we get started proper, I do have to say a quick few shout outs. Wanted to say thank you to Matic, who donated 15. Wanted to say thank you to Anonymous for the gifted sub to Taurus 2001. God, I can read today. We have Anon with 50 bits, and we have Sir James Bocat with 200 bits. Thank you all so much. Hopefully you all are having a good time. But yeah, we are now going to resume our little story with the rocker boys known as Duke and Quicksilver setting up and playing a little bit of a show for a group of Maelstrom gangers. And the way this is going to work is that, Duke, you are allowed to roll a charismatic impact here. And the DV on this will be a 12. And what that means is that you are affecting a large group of individuals. And if you pass this, it's going to drastically change how the combat encounter with Fruit Salad pans out.
I would actually like to try and give him a complimentary skill check on this.
How would you go about doing that is the question.
And I am going to go about doing that by introducing the band and going with persuasion or using a persuasion check to make them all, build them all up and make them, get all of the Maelstrom guys up and ready for this concert.
Sure. Tell you what, do a little bit of roleplay here. I'm curious what you're actually saying.
Sure. Ladies, gentlemen, it's great to see you all come out for such a fabulous gig. I know you're expecting Quicksilver. What we've actually got is something even better. We've got Quicksilver and Duke, a good old-fashioned duo ready to rock you, lift you, and believe me, you'll have never seen anything like this before. Put your hands together, welcome to the stage, and don't forget, they're here for your entertainment. Enjoy.
I'll give you a +2 on your roll for that.
We got a really big shoe coming up. Pretty big shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to spend
Yeah, that was
all
very
of my
buffo.
luck.
All of your luck.
Wow. Okay.
So that's a +4, +2. That's +6, right? Okay.
Well, no, it's a +2 on Food's roll for his persuasion, for his complimentary.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
all right. Well, let's
So
see
he's
that
got to roll
first.
his first. 18.
Which he
nice.
succeeds at, so you do get a +1 to yours, Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's +1 and then 4 for the luck.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a
There
very
we
bad
go.
time to roll a 1.
No, it's not.
This is-
Sheesh.
Hey, that is
Oh.
actually a crit.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, all right. I see it.
19.
So
And it
I
didn't
know,
add any of those pluses on either.
yeah. So that's even higher than that. That is impressive.
That's
So I
a
think
23. My
Yeah,
word.
that is impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
23.
what happens then is not only Duke and Quicksilver, do you guys hit it off tremendously. You guys are in sync. You're riffing off of one another. Like maybe he plays.
Wait, we're in sync?
Don't do it.
Tell me why.
Isn't that...
Bye.
That's Backstreet. That's Backstreet.
I get them mixed up all the time.
How dare you?
How dare you not know the
Anyways.
difference between boy
But
bands
also-
of the 90s.
Are
Yeah.
we playing like in the parking lot or?
Oh yeah, like you've just sort of set up next to one of the cars with the portable amps, and they're just going at it. But as you sort of build, like your first song, it starts to bring in a crowd. Some of the Maelstrom gangers are stopping what they're doing, coming to listen. By the second song, you have actual, like, not a mosh pit, but you have like a throng in front of you cheering you on. By the third song, almost everybody but Fruit Salad that's in this parking structure is now dancing, having a good time, otherwise jamming out to the music. And
Nice.
as this is all going on, I think Cherry's going to pull Teflon to the side, or at least motion for him to step out to the side.
Okay, I'm willing to take a chance on this.
All right. So as you step to the side, she sighs heavily and says,
All right, look, not gonna lie, I did not expect you to find talent like this, but I don't think that this is going to just brush over our little beef.
Oh, Cherry. I get what you're saying. Things will never be right between us. But let's face it, tonight is not the night. I'm not
On that
even sure.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not even sure that you could really count on the backup of anything but the rest of your chopped up produce. But hey, might I suggest that you stop with the idea of the rather bad doppelgangers, because that's just sad.
I'll make you a deal. Your best versus my best. Whoever wins gets to decide the fate of all the doppelgangers. How does that sound?
I'm up for that.
And she kind of yells back, "Hey, Banana, you're up."
Judge. Oh, sorry.
Doggo.
No, literally, my doggo came running when I whistled. Like
I know. I saw it. I was like, "Oh no, Doggo!"
So, what's the play here? Should we take
Kill.
it somewhere and just shoot each other, or you want to go hand in hand?
Let's keep things interesting. Hand-to-hand weapons only.
Mess her up, and we get to choose what happens to the doppelgangers.
How about a good old fist fight?
How chromed is Banana?
Not as chromed as Cherry, but she still definitely has the two prominent cyber arms, that's for sure. And on
Okay.
those cyber arms are big knucks, so she
gonna
has
hurt.
quite a lot of unarmed damage.
I got a couple big knocks
Hey,
too.
and what does Judge have in terms of chrome? Is this important?
I'm not scared. I got a couple big knocks too. I'm
No, 'cause I'm-
confident.
So we can make this
He's got
interesting.
karate. He's fine.
It's like these motherfuckers, they like cyberware, right? And they
Mhm.
obviously need more of it. Why don't we make it a little more interesting? Bet your cyberware as well. And if she loses, I get
Yeah.
to take it out.
How about no?
I'm just saying it's a good investment.
Look,
Because, I
if
mean,
you
you're not gonna
really want to
lose.
be Fingers 2.0, by all means. But dude is
I know.
creepy
I
enough
am
as
never going to his level. Okay, this is different.
Mm-mm.
These people are scum,
Mm-mm.
and I'm not killing them.
Mm.
I'm just borrowing their arm. They don't need that. They got two.
You know what?
Wow.
You want to put it interesting? Put some money behind that.
I was going to say, I'm about to try and open a book with Cherry on the number of rounds that Banana lasts. I want to see what odds she'll give me.
I don't think Cherry herself will bet, but I think some of her friends definitely would.
Mhm.
Let me see. I'm just trying to figure out how to handle this in a roll because
So-
it wouldn't be a haggle.
Here's a thing that
Mhm.
I'd like when you're talking about the friends, you're talking about the other members of the team, right? So you're talking about Grapefruit and Orange and them, right?
I mean more the Maelstrom gang at large. So
Okay.
even though
Okay.
there's not 1,000 tokens here to represent the crowd, the
Mhm.
crowd is still very much going to be paying attention not only to the performance, but to the little sideshow between Judge and Banana.
Sure.
Sure. Well, I mean, how about a gamble?
Okay.
And I'm looking to try. Oh, yeah. Obviously, I'm trying to get better odds in terms of that, because obviously they're Maelstrom. They're going to think that Maelstrom's going to be better than Judge anyway. I'm just trying to increase the odds and try and get the best odds that I can.
Why don't we call this a... No, bribery isn't quite what I want either.
Streetwise, persuasion.
I think a
conversation.
streetwise might help here. I think streetwise might be the closest to what I'm looking for here.
Okay.
And with a 20, I'm going to say that the Maelstrom gangers are willing to go in 1 to 2 odds in favor of Banana. So if Judge wins, you get double the payout, essentially.
Not bad.
Excellent. How much can they afford to lose?
That is something I now am going to be rolling.
There we go.
I'm going to say that they have... Let's say there's going to be maybe we'll say 8 people will take the bet with you, and we'll see what happens. It looks like they are willing to put in 485 among the group that are willing to bet.
So we get double payout if we win.
Correct.
Just shy of $1,000 seems good.
So effectively, that's 990 if Judge wins.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that bet.
Actually, I think it's 970. I could be wrong, but it's
Oh,
up
sorry,
there,
yeah,
by the way.
970.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take
So,
that bet.
all right, has been so noted. So, Judge, as you and Banana begin to square up, sort of taunting one another, I'm curious, how do you approach this situation? There isn't going to be initiative order per se, but I am interested into how you're going to be approaching taking out this banana.
Well, I'm gonna rush her.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna peel
And-
you.
Absolutely. The moment kind of it feels like combat is imminent. I'm just gonna immediately go for it. Have
Okay.
my Sandavistan kick in and just use those reflexes to
Oh,
attempt a bone-breaking strike.
well,
Okay.
here we go. I guess Quicksilver gets a +1.
Yep, there we go.
There it is.
Y'all.
That was inevitable.
All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and roll your martial arts, and then I will roll for dramatic tension to see if they manage to beat you.
Wait,
No, I'm gonna put 2 points of luck in this, or actually,
is,
2 points of luck.
is somebody punching Quicksilver?
No, you
No,
meant
it's Judge is
banana
fighting
gets
Banana.
So that's the DV basically of
Yeah,
of
you said-
succeeding.
You said Quicksilver, so I thought somebody was
Wait,
punching Freddie
no, it's
Mercury in
fine.
the face.
No, it's okay.
So I
Never
use the martial arts special move. I basically move in and with one quick punch, I hit what appears to be a rib location, I guess, or somewhere in the torso, and that causes the broken ribs critical injury.
Mhm.
In addition to my martial art attacks damage, which I'm gonna roll now, which
All
is
right.
3d6.
Well, don't roll it quite yet, because they still
hold
could
on, yeah.
evade.
They could still not be
They
hit.
can still crit.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yep.
And
Evasion,
they
go for it.
do literally have to crit in order for you to not hit them with that kind of a roll. Looks like they did not crit, so you are able to hit them. Yes.
Right on. So
So now
that's
you can
3.
roll the damage.
Oh, that's actually +1 from the spot weakness.
All right, so
so
that
10.
is 10 damage. So I think what happens is, as you come in and drive your fist into their rib region, you definitely feel that your strike causes some damage to their internal rib cage. But the actual punch itself doesn't do damage at all. In fact, as you pull your fist back, maybe even your knuckles hurt a little bit as you sort of look and see that while there is a noticeable dent in their ribs, they definitely did not even get winded by that.
That's right.
Dermal plating. Crap.
Doesn't martial arts have armor though?
Yep,
Let me double check, because you could be right.
martial arts halves armor.
In that case, it does do a little bit of damage.
And that's also +5 from the critical injury. So it's a total
yeah.
of,
So they will take the 5 from the critical.
so that's 15
That does-
damage.
Well, that doesn't. No, that applies after the armor.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right. So 10 damage is what has to be half of their armor stopping power, and then
right. So if they have 11, it's round down, if I remember correctly.
Round up.
Uh-huh.
round up.
Okay. So that would be 6 armor remaining. So they would take 4 extra damage. So small retcon, you do definitely injure them. They definitely have a noticeable dent in their rib cage. But in general, they are not happy with you.
Plus the
And-
5 from the broken rib, right?
Yep, already accounted for that.
Right. Yep.
Right on.
And yeah,
And then basically in one swift motion, I'll just back up a little bit and taunt her to come on then.
all right. So I think, interestingly enough, I think what they're going to do is they are going to reveal that it's not just the big knucks that they have You know those. I'm honestly drawing a blank on the name, but
Wolvers?
you remember those?
Wolvers.
Not the rip. Are the rippers the bladed arms? I thought that was the
You're talking
Wolvers
about the
are
Mantis?
the
Mantis
kind
arms
the mantis blades. Yeah,
Mantis
yeah.
blades, yeah.
that pop out
Yeah,
of your
they're, I
forearm.
mean, they're effectively wolvers because they don't exist yet in Red.
Right. I think that's where the confusion
Right.
was. Like, I couldn't remember what they were actually called in the thing. But as the sides of their arms pop open to reveal deadly blades, they're gonna smile and just sort of laugh menacingly at you as they rush at you for what might be a very deadly attack. Let's see what happens. So, let me just double check the damage on this.
So
let's
Teflon, what
see.
happens if they move with the broken ribs? Is that
If they move 4 squares or more, they automatically suffer another 5 points of damage straight to their hit points at the end of their round.
Which I believe they will, because they're a little bit peeved with you.
Yep.
That's why the
All right.
broken ribs is so nice. That
Yeah, it's
and then
brutal.
break ribs, grapple, and move the person with you as a human shield is another fabulous maneuver.
Mhm.
well? Let's put it to the test.
All right, so Wolvers are coming in, and this is going to be this much. How do you feel about a 12? I'm pretty sure you dodged that easily enough. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they come in with one swipe missing, and the second swipe comes in. 19. Can you beat a
Oh.
19?
Oh, let's see.
Ooh.
Actually, the previous one had a modifier attached to it, so let's get that out of the way because that was the luck spin. So let's go. Let's see. Yes.
21.
Yeah,
Yes. So
boys.
Yeah.
Blade 1 swipes at your head. You duck low. Blade 2 comes a little bit lower. You leap back, almost maneuvering out of the way. And Banana sort of snarls at you in pain and goes, "Damn it, stay still!"
And as a counter to that, I'll try to clock her. How does grapple actually work? Can I just attempt a grapple? Is it brawling v brawling or?
It's brawling versus brawling. If you win, they're grappled. You're both at -2 to all actions, which cancels it out. But effectively, you can then move them anywhere they have to go where you move them. So you
And
can automatically move them your move.
And the grapple, can I use that like instead of one of the attack actions because
No,
melee has 2
grapple-
rate of fire?
No, because grapple is a full action.
Mhm.
No.
Okay.
Grapple is the only action you can do, then move. That's it.
Okay. Well, let's give that a spin. Let's try. I'll try, and when she talks, I kind of move around and try to grab her from the throat, and place myself behind her, and then attempt to move her around. Let's see if that works out.
All right.
All right.
Oh, that's
16.
a 16.
That's
16
decent.
against. Let's see what hers
Plus
is.
1, 17. Sorry, I know that's not an attack. The precision attack doesn't count, so it's a 16.
Oh.
16. All right. Survey says they
Ah.
actually maneuver out of the way, and as you go in for the grapple, maybe kind of going low, they sidestep you and laugh and say, no, I know your tricks."
Okay. Well, I'll just take a couple leaps back.
All right.
Say sure. Keep coming.
Well,
Let's see. I'm debating whether or not she would go for the move again. That's what I'm wondering here. Tell you what, I will roll her a concentration, and if she passes, she'll do it, but if she doesn't, she'll remain where she is. So she has a 9 in this. No, she fails. So she's going to remain where she is, and I think she's just going to kind of do an opposing sort of martial arts style, and sort of go into one of those classical "no, you approach me" poses, and she's going to keep an attack readied.
Okay.
Man, pressure on people on streets.
Do I see any bottles nearby? Kind of an empty bottle or something.
Let's just say that between the crowd that is formed around Duke and Quicksilver, that to find an empty bottle of Smash or any kind of liquor, very easy to find.
Or I just basically hand it out to the crowd and they hand me a beer. I just take a swig at it, and then what I wanted to do was throw the bottle as I approach. It's a distraction to see if I can hit her with an armor breaking combination.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a ranged weapon attack here. I don't know that this would actually qualify as like a pistol or anything. But...
Athletics, I guess.
Athletics.
Yeah, athletics would be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just roll athletics.
17. I will again roll her concentration. She
Ooh.
crits. So she actually, as you throw the bottle at her, she doesn't even look at it. It just goes whooshing by her head, and she doesn't even look after it.
Well, then I approach her in the attempt to make an armor-breaking combination. She can actually strike me at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's resolve her attack, and then we'll resolve yours.
Yes.
So if I remember correctly, Wolvers are the 3d6, or are they the 2d6? I never remember.
3d6.
Okay. 3d6. All right, well, let's roll her brawling first to see if she even hits you, and then we'll worry about damage. All right. Don't fail me now, macro. Oh, that's a crit. That is a crit.
Bollocks.
So you have to beat a 27 here.
I don't think, unless I crit.
Unless you
That's
crit.
not the case.
Which you
No.
don't.
No problem.
All right, so
All right.
first
yeah,
attack.
get hits. Fine.
First attack is going to do a grand total of 9 damage. Do
Okay.
remember, though, that because they are counted as a melee
Half.
weapon, that
Yep.
does half. Yep. So that's the first attack. The
So
second
it's
attack
just-
comes
Does
in.
that even get past your armor?
Well, yeah, it did, because I got 11, so half is 6, and
7. Round up.
7.
yeah.
Okay, 7. So basically 2 points
Oh,
of
sorry,
damage.
6. Yeah,
Enterprise.
so you got
Yeah,
6.
yeah.
So 3
you
points of
took
damage.
3 points of damage, yeah.
Man.
3 points of damage.
All right, and then her second attack comes in. I think you can beat a 19. I believe in you.
Let's see.
Keep coming up with love, but it's so slashed and torn.
Yes, I can.
You can beat. That is a 20 indeed. So the first strike comes in and pierces your left arm, tearing a gash through the armor jack and to the skin underneath. But as you twirl backwards and come in with your own strike, let's see how you do. So go ahead and roll yours, and then I'll roll opposed.
So the first one will be a melee weapon attack with my big knucks.
Okay. And that's a failure.
That's a failure. Damn.
I'm
Took
pretty
me
sure they
down.
would also...
She
Nope,
could
she
fail
passes.
as well.
Yeah, she passes that one.
Okay. Well, then the second one will just be a martial arts attack, unless there's any drawback on the critical fail.
Nope.
Nope.
All right.
Just a whiff.
Just the whiff. All right. I'm gonna roll my second one and find it. Here it is.
That
that's
doesn't
is
seem right.
weird.
Oh, it's because you put a plus sign before the
There's 2
zero.
pluses.
No, I think this thing is broken.
1d10 plus 5 plus 7 plus 0 plus 0.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
something's
I have
off
nothing
there.
on it. I have not touched this, so it's weird.
All right, well,
Yeah,
you
I
rolled
think
an
there's a-
18. Total there is an 18. So let me see what Banana rolls. She rolls a 19. So yeah, first strike comes in, misses completely. Second strike, she's starting to read your moves and get into your head at this point. And she
That's
starts to almost cackle like a mad woman as she comes in for her own strikes. But before we do that, I do want to take a moment to see what Imago and Phoenix are doing. What are you doing? So on one hand, you've got this cool little concert going on with Duke and Quicksilver. Then you have the little fight going on between Judge and Banana. What are you two doing at this point?
I'm just, glad that I didn't suggest, or glad that they didn't listen to me when I'm like, yeah, let's bet your arms. God fucking hell. I'm just gonna, casually keep my hand low next to my pistol just in case. I mean, I'm not gonna cheat unless they start cheating, which they probably will, because let's be real, they're, Maelstrom scum, worst of the worst. Can't expect anything from these guys. Can't have anything nice in Nice City these days. But I'm just watching. I'm just keeping a watchful eye.
Racist.
Noted. What about you, Phoenix?
So I'm just gonna pop my goggles down for a minute and just kind of do a quick secondary scan of the area, just to sort of see if there's any sort of additional exterior protection or anything like that.
Sure, go ahead and roll me your interface. Well, with a crit of a 30, What you would notice is that there is an access point here. There's an access point in the APC. You don't know what's in that access point, but you could conceivably net run into it if you wanted to.
I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of, whistle my way silently over this way and kind of just lunk up against the car for a minute so that I can get access to the access point in the APC and see what's going on in there.
All right. Let's resolve this then. Go ahead. I'm assuming you're running an ID the moment you're in, yes?
Uh-huh.
All right. Go ahead and roll me another interface here. Let's see how well you do.
So we're just doing a quick pathfind on this, right?
ID is pathfinding, yeah.
Okay.
Or am I mixing up programs again? It happens all the time.
It's called SIA.
SIA, that's what it is. ID is for files. That's what it is. Duh.
The chandelier lady?
All right, so with a 20, what you're going to see is that the APC only has 2 levels to it. There's a password on the first level, and there is looks to be a control node on the second.
Okay. So what do we need to do to get past the password? That's just a flat DV, right?
Yep, flat DV. All you have to do is beat it, and you get past it, no problem.
All right. So this will be action 3. 19.
A 19, I don't even have to look at the chart to know that a 19 is more than sufficient. And as you break through and you get to this control node that is on the second layer, because sliding between layers is free.
Yep.
What you notice is that the APC actually has a deployable turret that can be remote controlled.
Oh. We're just going to hang on to that for right now. Let them continue on their merry way of punching each other with punches and not punches. But hey, what can you do, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we return to Banana and Judge as Cherry and Teflon sort of look on, maybe in dismay, maybe in excitement. Either way, Banana's coming in with 2 melee attacks there, Judge. Let's see how she fares. I think you can beat a 13, but do still roll, because you could fail.
Yeah. Let me just find the evasion
I
button.
could fail and still fail, but...
Yeah, you pass it.
Nice.
You're good. So, second attack is a crit.
Oh.
Again.
Jesus.
She apparently really wants
Let's
you.
Let's crit back.
And
I
not
want to
at the
yell
end.
beat that banana, but it's not. I can't. I'm sorry.
It doesn't work.
Oh, all right. Well, she's rolling her Wolver damage, and that's going to be a 14 to you. Of course, half armor.
That was almost bad.
Yeah, so
That's
this time
9.
it's 5.
Yeah.
So -1. And 9 damage get through.
Yeah.
So that did hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So this time, as her blades swipe at your torso, almost... this is going to sound weird, but you know how in Superman, the animated series, like he always gets his symbol torn on his chest? I like to imagine it's the same kind of wound where it kind of goes across your pectorals and sort of shows that it is a line of blood underneath of it.
Yep. Well, I'm going to attempt to grapple her this time once more.
Okay.
Using my last luck point.
You have
Could
group
I
luck. You have group
com-
luck, please.
Can I use a couple
Yeah.
points? How many?
Something like this, I mean, it's up to you.
Just
Yeah,
one more
one.
point, so get a +2 on it. I think that's fair.
That's fine. Yeah.
Could I perhaps use persuasion to complementary skill check him?
Again, if you tell me how.
Yeah, I'm going to be bigging him up with a shout and going, "You've got this! Just grab her and toss her around the lot."
All right, I'll let it happen, but what I would say is if you fail this, something bad might happen. Not like super bad, but something negative anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll put 2 points of luck into it, just to be on the safe side. Because I have it, so I might as well use it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's my own luck, not the group's.
21. 21
Nice.
is more than sufficient. So yeah, Judge, you are cheered on by Teflon, and you do get a +1 to your next roll.
Oh, dude, really?
Oh,
What?
okay.
Me?
So-
That completely
Oh.
got me off my game, and I failed. Yeah, okay. It's a 9.
Which
Sorry, an 11.
she evades, and that is your whole turn. So I think what happens is
12,
Teflon.
actually.
You're
There's
not used to
12.
it. You hear it and you're like, wait, what?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. I'm not a
Yeah.
cage
What?
fighter.
Yeah, so I think Teflon, you shout out these what you thought were encouraging words, but maybe you say something different, and Judge like turns like, "What the fuck?"
Eh?
And his grapple goes in and whiffs completely, which now means Banana gets another 2 attacks on you. So, how does a 15 sound? Can you beat a 15?
Oh, let's see.
You ain't got to beat it. You've just got to read
Oh,
I see a
let's
critical
go.
success, so you definitely avoid that one. Second one. Oh wow, that's
Again!
another crit.
Again!
Damn.
What the
That
fuck?
banana's on fire, man. Jesus.
Banana is on fire. Yeah, you have to beat a
Alright.
28
Flambe.
here.
Well, Phoenix, it's a good thing I didn't make that bet.
No, not beating it.
Oh, so close. All right, well, let's see how much damage she does this time. This would be a very bad time for her to roll a crit. All right, she
This
didn't
is
roll a
a-
crit.
yeah.
She
didn't
just
get
rolled
past.
5.
There's
Didn't get
a
past the armor.
there's a Bananas Foster joke in here somewhere, right?
Wow.
Somewhere, yeah.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Deep down.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
were
gonna
never
look for
really
it.
loved.
You see, now if he'd got Wolvers, I could definitely do a banana daiquiri joke. But he doesn't.
Hey, there you go. But yeah, I think what happens is, Judge, is you come in with your grapple and your arms close on nothing. Banana swipes at your cheek with her blades, and you almost sort of come back so that you almost just get a close shave rather than actual damage here.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna go for a punch combination.
All right, a 13.
Why is it a 3? That's weird. Should be a 5.
Well,
Or was
she
it a
crit
3?
again because apparently that's what she's doing today. So that's going to be a whiff.
Out for
Okay.
blood.
Well, the second one will be just a regular.
Hey,
All right, I see a
there we
critical
go.
success.
Okay.
28.
There we go.
All right.
Which she fails.
Okay.
All right, so if
Okay.
I know correctly, martial arts damage for you is
3d6
yep, 3d6.
plus 1 because of the 11.
All right, so that would be
Spot
11.
weakness.
And let's make sure I'm doing this right. So she has 10 armor, half of that is 5. So that would be 6 damage total, yes?
Mhm.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, so as
And
you come in...
I move.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
move back again.
Okay. So as you step back after delivering a solid another punch to her ribs, she spits out a little blood and looks at you and says, "You know, you're not that bad of a fighter, you know.
You're gonna finish this or what?
You're the one running away like a little baby."
Damn.
Well, come find me. Big old mama.
Wow.
And I think for her
Oh,
turn,
gross.
she's just gonna again get in that
Gross.
sort of prepared position for you.
Well, I'm just gonna start throwing bottles at her. And just taunting her.
Tell you what, I will roll another concentration here. We'll see how well she does. Yeah, she's not gonna buy it. You can throw, we'll say for example, you can throw 2 bottles around. So you throw 2 more bottles at her, and doesn't phase her. Like she is eagle-eyed onto you at this point.
Okay. Can I attempt what do you call it, a feint? Like approaching kind of over here and then stepping back real quick, see if see if she opens up.
I feel like there would have to be a check involved here to see if she would go for it. I'm just wondering if it should be her concentration or something on your side. What does everybody else think? Anybody have any ideas? Because I'm certainly open to ideas here.
Do a martial arts DV 15.
I would
As a-
allow. I would say it's a martial arts attack that's effectively a complementary. You're complementing your own attack, so
Mhm.
you're going to lose an attack, but if you succeed, you get a +1 on your second one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think that's solid. So yeah, go ahead and roll. See what you get.
So just martial arts then, yeah,
Yep.
with a +1.
All right. That's a 19. Let's see if she beats it. She gets a tie, and because it's your DV,
Yep.
or it's her DV, you have to beat. So you come in
She-
with a
she-
feint.
Yeah.
Yeah, you come in with a feint, and she doesn't buy it at all. Like, you just sort of dart forward, then step back quickly. Doesn't buy it at all.
Okay. Do I get a second attack?
No. Because you did spend your turn to feint. Had you succeeded, you would have gotten a second attack.
Right,
But
right,
because you
perfect.
failed this one, you lose that attack, basically.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Now, just to be clear, Banana can now move because he's within 5 squares without taking the critical
Yes.
damage.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, it's
so that's
4
what's
or
going to
more
happen.
squares before the damage happens.
Yep. All right. Well, Judge, Banana's going to come leaping at you as she rolls with her blades. A 15, which I'm sure you're able to beat. 21. And another crit, because why
Of
not?
course! Come
Because
on
why not?
with that left hit!
Wow,
So she's
man.
left-hand dominant. That's
3
what you're
crit
telling me.
rounds.
She...
So what you're telling me is that Banana's actually a lefty.
Should we just
Apparently.
if she survives this, we should just I don't know hire her.
I was
Like
going to say I'm recruiting her.
yeah,
She's a
I could get down
champion,
with Maelstrom.
Jesus.
All right. Well, Judge, how do you feel about 13 damage?
Bad.
That's yeah, bye.
Yeah, that's sorry. This is a +5 because I was calculating badly. So that's 5 to 5 armor that bypasses that. So I get what 8?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Yeah, that puts me at 25.
All right. Now, this is very important because both of you are at a minus... I think it's a -1 because you're at half health.
Mm-hmm.
So just remember that moving forward.
Minus
But as...
2.
Is it -2? Okay.
Yeah.
So as Banana and Judge are going at it, like the crowd's like really having a hard time. They're looking between Duke and Quicksilver. They're looking at the fight, the spectacular fight going on behind them. And
I'm pretty sure that the music would be complementing the fight at this point.
that was my next question is, Duke, what are
Yeah.
you and Quicksilver playing at this point? Like, give us a little bit of a feel for the kind of music, the ambiance, as you will.
I would say that we've moved fully into classic punk rock. I would say that we are. Oh, what's something off? Raw Power.
I was about to say, if you're not playing Eye of the Tiger, you're doing it wrong.
Under pressure.
No,
Under pressure.
not
oh
playing
my God.
under pressure either.
Ballroom Blitz? Ballroom Blitz is what Chad is suggesting.
Ballroom Blitz is Ballroom Blitz
Yeah,
is what
that's
I
a
was
good one.
saying at the beginning.
Ballroom
yeah.
Blitz is the obvious choice.
Mm.
I would go Life on Mars.
I'm gonna go with actually the Stooges' Search and Destroy.
Ooh.
Oh.
Tell you what, let's actually make this a
Ooh.
performance roll on your part. I'll let you see if you're able to goad the crowd and goad the fighters on. So let's see how you do.
Right. Performance roll. Let's see.
Or play instrument, either one. I'm good with either.
Yeah, play instrument would have been it, right? Yeah. Okay. Do we have any group luck left?
I believe
Yeah, there's
you
still
have
2
two.
points.
2? Is it 3? Yeah. So you
Yeah,
have
because he
3
only
right
used
now.
1, so we have 3 left. Yeah. By all means, I think this would be a perfect opportunity to use it.
I'm gonna use all 3.
All
Okay.
3. All right.
I would say use 1 and let Judge have the other 2 for his fight.
Or
I'm
use
gonna
2
use-
and give
I'm
me
gonna
1.
use 2 and give Judge 1.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that'd be fair. That way they each get 2 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And with a 20, what I'm going to say is now,
Plus
Judge.
2. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Judge, you've been rooming with Duke and the rest of the gang for a while. So, I like to imagine that Duke kind of knows how to get into your head with the music. Like, it's not just all pompous, like, oh, I hate rubber chickens out of Duke. There's an actual, like, little bit of a connection. You know, how dare I say that? A connection in Cyberpunk? How dare I?
Well,
But what I like to imagine is that, Duke, you know Judge's song. And you begin playing Judge's song. And this hypes Judge up that on your next attack, Judge, I'm going to give you a +2. So you
Oh.
actually effectively cancel out the wounded effects. You would be rolling straight. But it is your turn.
So +2. All right.
well, -2 from your damage, +2 from the bonus. so
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
back where
Let
you'd
me
be
let me
normal.
just add that to the sheet that I'm wounded. I'm trying to get good use here.
Under the modifiers, you can click on the damage series,
Damage
and that'll
series, yeah.
automatically give you the -2.
Well,
yeah.
am I under 25? Because I'm just on.
You're
25.
at 25.
Yeah. Okay. So that's fair. Okay. So I'll try to grapple her.
Okay.
Again this time around.
Are you sure?
with a 24.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a good one.
There we
solid.
go.
I'm pretty sure she has to crit in order to succeed here, but let's see what happens.
With her luck.
No crit. You are able to grapple her.
All right,
You did it.
I'll move her 4 squares, like
Over
over here, away from the crowd. And my intention is see if I can get a grenade out of my belt and just put it somewhere that she's gonna have a hard time, and then just push her away or run away and yell, take cover. But maybe I can do that next round.
Yeah, I feel like that's a next round action, and what I
Yeah,
would
for
say
sure.
is that would involve probably a sleight of hand check or something similar.
Okay, well, let's see how she does. It's her turn.
Right. So as part of the grapple, since she is the thing grappled, I don't think she can actually do anything.
You can attack
She,
while you
she
grapple.
can still attack or try and break. So she can attack or try and break the grapple.
But she gets a
Right.
-2 additional to
So
her
she's at
thing.
minus
She gets a
four
-4.
So it'd be
right
-4,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
But so are you.
Yep.
Although you have a
Well,
+2
that
from-
that's her no, yeah, but
Yeah, that turn. Now he's at a -4 because that
Yeah, yeah.
+2 from Duke was only that one turn.
uh-huh.
So let's do this then. I think she's still gonna kind of squirm in your grasp, and she is gonna kind of slice at the arms holding her. So since this is at a -4, I know I mean, you could crit fail. I think you would literally
He's
have to
also
crit
at
fail.
-4, so I mean,
So I roll what? What do I roll specifically?
Brawl.
Brawling?
Evasion or
Brawl.
brawling, either one.
evasion.
Evasion. It is.
Mm.
Defender.
And 11. And tie goes to the defender. So she swipes at you again, giving you a close shave, and then a 14.
Let's see.
And
Yes.
18. Yep.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
yeah, she slices wildly at your arms, but you're able to kind of squirm and maneuver her in such a way that her blades just slice a little bit of arm hair off of your arm, but no lasting damage. It's now your turn, Judge. What would you like to do?
Don't forget, she's taken another 5 points of damage.
Yep,
From
already
the-
Yeah,
accounted
he-
for.
he's
He already
already
got that.
kinda-
Yeah, already on
Where
there.
I'm just gonna kind of push her back, kind of grapple, push her back, another 4 squares back into the center, and yeah, can I start choking her?
If you want, yeah.
That's,
How does that work?
it does your body in damage automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
that's
what is your
7
body?
points.
So, I have a very important question. Or no, wait a second. Let me re-choke here. If damage dealt by a choke would reduce a target with more than 1 HP to less than 0 HP, they are instead left at 1 HP and unconscious. So that is exactly what happens, is you begin choking her out, and she starts to, kind of grip at your arm as you get her in a chokehold, and her legs start to splay wildly out. But as she literally drifts off to unconsciousness, the fight is over. You have successfully defeated a banana. Congrats.
I tap on
A singular
on-
banana. Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
singular banana.
Her
I kind
legs were
of make a
going,
victory
so
lap.
she is a banana split.
Hey,
There we
you
go. I had to get one of them in there.
There you go.
I kind of
So I
winked
think-
at Duke because he really got me pumping with that one. I kind of make him you know it, bro.
So at seeing this happen, obviously Teflon, you get the agreed upon payout, which you
Well,
again
my
can
cut.
distribute if you
Hello?
wish.
Immediately,
Mm-hmm.
I go over to Teflon and say
970.
80-20.
It's not a bad haul.
You're getting 50.
I'm not getting 50. I made all the work. Come on.
50%. That's what
No.
you get.
You take your fixer's fee, and I earned this shit.
I put the money up. You get your 485, and thank you very much.
Jesus.
If
Can't
you
believe I
lost,
hang
I
out
was
with
the
this
one
guy.
paying out.
All right. Sure, dude. I'll keep that in mind, and I'll take my 485.
So as I like to imagine Judge maybe grumbling as he walks away, Cherry kind of sighs and says,
Alright, no more doppelgangers, but again, the beef we have isn't just gonna go away. I'll find some other way to fuck with you.
Are we just gonna let them
Uh-huh.
like walk away, or are we gonna like? I don't know.
So-
I
Yep.
So at this point, since I'm still kind of with the turret, I'm gonna
Mhm.
do what I can to go ahead and just leave a virus in there.
Okay. Roll me an interface just so I know what the DV is for them to find that virus. Yeah, they're not finding it anytime soon. Yeah, there's no way they're finding it anytime soon. But yeah, I mean, at this point, Duke and Quicksilver, you finished your set. The crowd is cheering your names. You have made quite a large number of fans today.
Nice.
And as Quicksilver does what a busker does and literally opens up a small case and people begin tossing ebb in it, he hands out a few like CDs as well and says, "Hey, you're pretty good there, Duke. You want to do more of this in the future?"
I'm thinking. Give me a moment.
Sure.
I'm tempted to say this is our last dance, but
Oh.
yeah, I'll say yeah, I think it was pretty effective. You're not too bad yourself. We'll be in touch.
Awesome. Keep on rocking, my dude.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do.
All right, well, before I sort of do our little epilogue of today's session, did anybody want to do anything else while you're here?
Yeah, I kind of approach Imago and say, "Hey, what's up, Doc? Yeah, here, I show him kind of a couple of cuts, and you got something for this?"
You know, for once I actually do. And I'd like to do my thing with stabilization,
Mm-hmm.
because it's going to be a first aid roll in it. Or is
Actually,
it
now that I
paramedic?
think about it, is it surgery that gives you extra bonuses to get rid of critical
Mhm.
effects? Let me see if I can
Mhm.
find it real quick.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's surgery.
Yeah, I would say honestly, it's not like involved surgery, so I'd let you do it here in the fly.
Okay.
14. Let me just see if I can find the DV, but I think that probably passes. Let's see. Roll abilities, medtech. Let's see.
Or whiplash,
Medicine.
it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're good. I think you beat whiplash, so you get rid of the whiplash on him, no problem.
What
And
does
is,
that mean? Do I get 5 HP back, or
No, it's
just
it
the
critical effect
it
goes
means
away.
he can now try and heal. It means that that's now gone because
Okay,
we've
gone.
all
Perfect.
still got whiplash.
yeah?
Mhm.
And then he stabilizes you, which also means that he can now heal. You can now start healing.
Also,
Correct.
is Banana, is the bunch of bananas, is she still on the floor or what?
I mean, did Judge have any other intention, or were you just going to sort of leave her there?
No, I'm just gonna leave her there. I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to her. And
Okay.
is she conscious at this point?
Nope.
I'm gonna kind of nudge her in the broken rib with my boot. And you're like, hey,
Oh.
wake up.
Okay, I'm awake. Fuck you.
No, hold on. Hey, no. All right. Your ribs, scale of 1 to 10, they're a 1. Be real with you. But hey, you know what? I could fix that. But I can fix a majority of what's wrong with you right now. But you gotta tell your boss to, like, fuck off for a little bit. I could just leave you like this and leave some, back alley street doctor with, hands full of, I don't know, garbage and ligma or what else they have down these fucking
Ligma.
sewers.
Some
Or
back
I
alley
could-
street doc that never actually got through college.
Don't listen to him. I am a professional. I can fix you. But we
He's
gotta
fully
we gotta
certified.
work on this, okay? Because this whole thing that's happening in the background, look what it did to you. We don't want this to happen again. You guys have bigger fish to fry. I'm just saying.
This is going to be a very important persuasion roll, but it will be a persuasion roll here. And let me just say, if you crit this, I'm going to laugh my ass off because I know exactly what I want to have happen.
Okay.
Well,
Well, in
here we
that
go.
case, and I'm getting ready to crit fail this because, again, socially awkward medtech. What even is my persuasion? I'm afraid to check. Oh, good God.
It just says no.
It does
It
just
says
say
no.
no. So, you know, I'm going to
Oh,
go. How
no.
much luck from the luck pool do we have?
We have one.
We
One
have
in
one.
there.
I'm taking that one, and I'm going to use 3 of my luck. So I'm going to
Okay.
put luck at 4.
Alright.
And please, if there's a god out there, I am begging you, please. Oh my God. Why
Well, there definitely is a god out there.
But he's a right fucker.
Oh man, it's funny that
Oh.
he called that it was gonna be a crit fail too.
This hurts, man.
I
Whatever.
She
think
doesn't
what
deserve
happens.
you, man. She doesn't
I-
deserve you.
I think what happens is, you know what? I'm gonna roll something here because this is just gonna be something for my sake. So what happens is, she does snarl at you and say "fuck off," and as you're about to lean up, kind of lean back up and walk away, she suddenly grabs the scruff of your neck, pulls you in for a kiss. It's a very rough kiss, but then she throws you back and says, "Call me."
Do I get her number?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, there's
I'd like to work the crowd some more to try and build Judge's rep.
Sure.
That's
sure.
funny.
So tell me more about how you're going to hype that up from a roleplay perspective.
Well, yeah, obviously there's plenty of Maelstrom here. You know, they've all been watching. They've seen the, fruit salads bested by Judge. I'm going to be working the crowd. You know, I've taken their money, but I'll buy them some drinks. Talk, build them up about what a great fight it was.
Mhm.
You know, how he teased her in and all of those sort of things, to basically try and get them talking about him and give him a bit of a rep as a brawler and a fighter.
Gotcha. And I tell you what, based on how well everybody's been doing tonight, well, mostly doing well, what I'm going to say is that everybody will get a +1 to the reputation. So everybody gets a +1. The other thing is I'm going to hand out experience because I don't think I handed out experience last session.
I don't think so.
So I think what you're going to then
Yeah, you
get
did.
is...
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you
did.
did. Yeah.
60 points
60,
for the
yeah.
chicken
During
man.
the chicken
Okay.
man.
Then I'm going to say 70 points for this one, for everybody. Because you did successfully not only avoid a large fight with Maelstrom, but you also managed to increase your rep, so I think 70 is fair. And then money-wise, we will now deal with 1 week or 1 month's worth of rent. So do you all need to do hustling to make rent is the question.
No. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I won't do hustle.
I would still
'cause
like
I'm
to.
healing.
Mm-hmm.
I would still like to, but
I mean,
don't
yeah, I mean, if
technically
you
need
still
it.
want to do the hustle, we can certainly do it. I'm just, does anybody have a pressing need to do the hustle?
Mm-mm.
Well, I need to
Because
get
the
my
reason-
armor repaired. Is hustle kind of that thing?
Well,
or
that's-
can
That's sort of what I was about to say, is that if you're hustling, at least my understanding, is that you cannot heal the same as if you were just lounging around healing. Is that right, Food? I think that's right.
Yes, that is. So
all right. So yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna lay low then because I need to heal up, and maybe Imago can take a look at the armor if he can. I don't know if medtechs can do that shit.
I know a regular tech can. I don't think a med tech can.
Yeah, you'd have to find an actual tech for that.
Right.
Imago, can you make speed heal?
I actually can. Wait, can I make speed heal? Let me check. Yes, I can actually.
So
What does
I will
that do?
put up- it will give you your body and will back instantly in hit points.
Body and will.
Wow.
So that's 7 + 8.
So that will give you 15 back instantly.
Mhm.
Ooh.
I'm willing to stump up the cash that you need to, and obviously get you the ingredients you need to make him speed heal.
Yeah, no. After a fight like that, I'm adding a surcharge. I'll just do it.
All right.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep that in mind. I say with a smile.
All right.
So should I roll pharmaceuticals for that?
You certainly should,
Yep.
because there is a chance that it could fail spectacularly.
In that case, I'm
Okay.
putting my last 2 luck into this because I do not trust this game anymore.
Oh man! All right, here we go.
I
I
don't blame
believe
you.
it's 200.
There we
Nice.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you're good. Let me check.
Yeah,
It's 200 ebb. 200 ebb of materials.
I will cover that.
And how much would it be to get the armor repaired? Is that a thing? on the
That is something that I'm looking in the rules. We might have to handle offline or maybe in the
Right.
next session, because it looks like you're going to need an actual tech for it, or you're just going to have to buy new armor. So for the time being, your armor is ablated. But what I would say is that if everybody decides to just lounge around and heal, by the start of next session, you will all be at full.
And no whiplash either, right?
No whiplash, correct. All right. So
I only need a day to heal because I've only taken 5 damage.
Mhm.
I've taken
Gotcha.
10, so I need 2.
Gotcha. So let me ask that then. So that would be Phoenix, Duke, and Imago, and Teflon. You would have only need 1 day to heal. Is that correct?
I'm
Yeah, it's a 35. So yeah.
at 23 out of 35. So
Okay. So it sounds like then, Duke, you're not going to be able to do hustle, but Phoenix, Imago, and Teflon can do the hustle.
Okay.
I got
Alright, so
plenty of
let's-
money, so I'm not worried about it.
Gotcha. All right, so let's roll that real quick, and then I'll do the final scene as you get back to your apartment. All right, so let's start with Phoenix. So Phoenix, if you could roll me a 1d6, please.
Can I recuperate at the same time as working on the vehicle, like taking some time out during the day to try to fix it?
I think it specifically says you have to spend the day resting, meaning you have to take most of the day easy and light activity. I would say that it's kind of on the borderline of fixing the vehicle, but you'll see what happens.
Nomads
with
are
the
the
vehicle.
only. Yeah, I was gonna say I think only nomads can get away with that.
Right. All right, a 2. So, Phoenix, what you're able to do is during your hustle, you are able to crack a major corporate system, let's say Arasaka, and you were able to sell the data. So you get 200
Nice.
ebb. All right, Imago, you're up next. Go ahead and you give me a d6. A 4. So, Imago, you did some minor free clinic work for some locals, though you can't really spend goodwill, so you don't get any additional money. And then, Mr. Teflon, if you could roll me your d6.
Absolutely. And I have
6.
5, so I'm up on the next table.
Yep, I just got to find your table. There it is. So it looks like you got a solo or a net runner, a profitable job, and you took your usual agency fee. You get 300 ebb. Very nice.
Excellent.
So the last sort of scene of today's episode is that you all returned to your apartment after having to walk through the night, and you open up the door, and inside in your living room, where there would usually be a nice table and a few couches, there's Duke's car. Just sitting there. Just Duke's car, just sitting there.
In the
No way.
apartment?
In the apartment.
There is no way. How big is the door?
I was going to say,
Not big enough.
Just
Phoenix
Alright.
is just kind of gonna look at it. She's gonna walk off to her room and just like, "This is why we can't have nice things."
I'm not even angry. I'm impressed. I can't.
Should we like check the hallway security cam to see if like they had a whole team of people, one by one rebuilding a car in our living room?
They would have had to strip it all the way down and bring it in, and then build it again.
Well, is it repaired?
It is repaired, and there's a note on the windshield.
I will check the note on the windshield.
And the note says, "From the Bozos, with love, heart, 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 winky face emoji." And that'll be
I
the
don't
end of
like that
today's
they
session.
know where we live.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, they know where we live. I don't care for that.
Well, that's something you'll have to deal with next session. But
What
yeah,
I'm gonna
what
have
did
to
you guys...
deal with is how to drive the fucking car out of the apartment.
Yeah, that too. You got to figure that out. But yeah, how did you guys like that? I know it was a little bit low key, but hopefully you guys had fun.
It was
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't care for
definitely.
it.
Good fight. Good night.
Cool. All right, well, YouTube, this is where we say goodbye, but Twitch, let's find somebody to raid.